Good morning, my quilting friends. This is Rosie the Quilter coming to you from my home studio in Waldorf, Maryland at Prayer Quilts by Rosie. And I wanted to talk to you today about 3 quick tips and as my example, what to do when you have 3 issues and you're quilting a quilt for someone else. Now, this quilt that I'm dealing with is a 20 block quilt made by the mother of one of my friends, and she hand quilted this quilt top. So I had to be really careful with a lot of my decisions. Now, she had used scraps of fabric to make each block a little skirt. And as you can see here, when you look real close, you could even see the little stitches that she stitched and stitch down each of these little pieces of fabric to make that little skirt. So, how to deal with a block with such a large applique? Make it simple. Do a little micro stippling. That will help take care of all the coverage on the block and also not distract from the main event, which is this applique, which is beautiful, bright, and sunny. Now, the other issue is how to deal with the sashing. Now, in this case, her daughter asked me to use my heart ribbon candy. I was happy to do that. And the nice thing about this ribbon candy, as I pointed out before in one of my earlier demos, is that ribbon candy does take up a lot of space in that sashing area. And also having it hearts is a nice sentimental thing to add to it. So make that part of your repertoire. Now, another issue that you'll probably come in contact with is what to do when there is extra fabric in your border, or as I like to call it, wavy borders. Now, in this case, since this was hand quilted by her mother, I could not in all conscience remove the border and then re-sew it so that it lay more properly. In this case, what I did was a little nip and tuck, which you could see here when I go in a little closely. You could see the little tuck that I did to match up the lines in the border and make sure that all that extra fabric is taken up. So in each of the borders, I had about 5 or 6 tucks, but to the naked eye, you cannot see a thing. There is no issue at all. And that is the best way to deal with wavy borders if you can't redo it. Just do a little nip and tuck. When you're doing applique in a block, think of micro stippling. Keep it simple. And another very simple solution to a large sashing area is ribbon candy. And in this case, a variation called heart ribbon candy. So I just wanted to point these out to you. And if you have any questions, please drop me a note below. I'll be very happy to answer your question. So, Rosie the Quilter signing off from Prayer Quilts by Rosie in Waldorf, Maryland. So happy!